I think it's kind of to like look in amazement or to like daydream. Like this. Hello guys, my name's Tiery. Today's guest is Raemi. Hello. Today we're going to be reading The Snail and the Whale. But before we get started on this wonderful book, can you please do us a massive favour and remember to like, comment and subscribe. We're almost at 50 subs, 8 more to go. And your likes will contribute towards an amazing storyteller reaching her goal. Thank you so much.
Our super duper word is sure. When you hear the super duper word, stand up and say, "Puzzle my octopus!"
Oh yes, if you see this turtle hidden in the video, please leave a comment. Now, shall we get on with the book?
Yes.
The Snail and the Whale by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. This is a tale of a tiny snail and a great, big, grey, blue, humpbacked whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffled and sighed. The sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail, said the tiny snail.
What do you mean an itchy foot? Snails don't even have feet.
Well, I think it's like a metaphor. Snails don't really have feet, but it means that they have a passion for an adventure. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wriggle, sit still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sighed and sniffed, then cried, "I've got it, I'll hitch a lift." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Lift wanted around the world." This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpbacked whale immensely long, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpbacked whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me."
What does starlit mean?
Well, I think it's to like light up with stars. I think in this case it means the sea. This is the sea, so wild and free, that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far off lands, with fiery mountains and golden sands. These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed. The tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where stripy fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam around the whale and the snail on its tail. What does arched mean?
It's a curved shape, just like that wave up in the corner.
This one?
Yeah.
This is the sky, so vast and high. Sometimes sunny and blue and warm. Sometimes filled with a thunderstorm. With zigzag lightning, flashed and frightening. The tiny snail on the tail of the whale. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all. And she said to the whale, I feel so small.
Tiery, what does gazed mean?
I think it's kind of to look in amazement or to daydream. Like this. But then came the day. The whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-piercing roar, making him swim too close to the shore.
Paddle my octopus!
Well done if you remembered. Leave a comment. This is the tide, slipping away. And this is the whale, lying beached in the bay. Quick, off the sand, back to the sea, cried the snail. I can't move on land. I'm too big, moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, I've got it, she cried, and then started to crawl. I must not fail, said the tiny snail. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, sit straight, don't talk. This is the board as black as soot. And this is the snail with an itchy foot. A snail! A snail! The teacher turns pale. Look! Cried the children. It's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the tiny snail. A silvery trail saying, Save the whale! Oh, I just realised this boy is drawing a picture of a Gruffalo. That's one of Julia Donaldson's books. These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. This is the tide coming into the bay, and these are the villagers shouting, Hooray! As the whale and the snail travelled safely away. Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, How time's flown, and haven't you grown? And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars in enormous waves, and of how the snail, so small, so frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of a humpbacked whale. Then the humpbacked whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail, and they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the grey, blue humpbacked whale. What do you think the moral was?
What's the moral? What's the moral?
That's brilliant.
Wait, what?
What do you think the moral was?
I think the moral of the story was that you can always rely on your friends.
Nice. But I thought, like, no matter how small you are, no matter how frail you are, you can make a change in the world.
We were just like nodding. We were like, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed The Snail and the Whale as much as me and Raemi did. But before you go, please, please, please remember to contribute to the Make a Girl's Dream Come True Fund by clicking the like, subscribe and notification buttons. We're 8 subs away from 50.
Don't forget, if you didn't see the turtle, you can go back and watch it again.
Once again, thanks for joining us. If there's a book you would like me to read on this channel, please leave a comment. Have an awesome and an adventurous week. Remember to stay tuned because we'll be back with more books soon. Bye for now! Hello, my octopus!
Well done, girls.
We studied.
Come on. Low five, low five. Too slow. Way too slow. Killed it. Well done.
That's cute.
Nowhere safe.